Hi, welcome back to Amber in the Kitchen. Today I have a little something that's a little different. I'm going to give you guys a little bit of a cookbook review. One book that I really enjoy, or a company rather that I really enjoy, is this, the America's Test Kitchen. This is the second of their cookbooks that I have purchased, and I really enjoy them because they are very straightforward and good for beginners or advanced chefs, cooks, home cooks, professional cooks, whatever you want. One of the things that I love about them is they break down, like there's like a little bit of an explanation about the recipe. They have a why this recipe works section where it kind of breaks down exactly why they do what they do and what's happening in the recipe. Then they give you your breakdown of the ingredient list, and then the explanation on how to execute it is very well done. I enjoy them very much. This book in particular, I will link in the description, but it's really cool. Okay, hold on, let me show you. I broke it down here and gave you guys some idea of what all is in here. There's these tabs that run. That's how many like chapters of the book there are, and each chapter is completely different. It starts at the beginning with soup and salad, and it ends with desserts. And they even have a shopping guide in here. Let me show you this out. Really cool. The shopping guide. But I kind of go over something similar to this in my my ebook that I've put out on Amazon on the Audible, and it just kind of goes over what things are and the things that you might want to consider getting into your kitchen. Now, like a paella pan, you're not going to use that all the time, but it's a really neat breakdown. This right here, the all-around spatula, highly recommend that piece of equipment. It is amazing. I use it all the time in my personal kitchen. Mini prep bowls, that depends on you. Bowl stabilizer, never have I ever used that. That is totally an extra. But, you know, so is the avocado slicer. You can do that with a knife and spoon. But, you know, there's lots of ideas of different things that you can use. The strainer chinois, if you're going to make a lot of creamed soups or anything like that, highly recommend that. You can use it kind of as like a food mill to process things like mashed potatoes, or you can use it to really strain, really fine mesh strainer. Actually, I wouldn't probably use that to like mill, but anyways. There's a great explanation of different utensils and gadgets and things that you can use in the kitchen. Pans for baking, it's very extensive. They go over a lot of stuff, as you can tell, lots and lots of stuff. Like it's so good. And this is like a food shopping guide here. Get to the beginning of that. But if you're new to cooking, baking, anything like that, this is shopping for ingredients. So they give you exactly what they're talking about in the recipes. You can find it in here. It's amazing. They go over how to do techniques with photos and a little description. This in the back is some extra like special recipes from their show. This is their show cookbook, I guess. This one, how to hold your vegetables and cut them in a particular way. All sorts of great, I don't know. I'm not sponsored by any of this, by the way. This is just me loving on this book. How to like apply a crumb coat before you frost your cake. There's so many good things. The index is very extensive. But anyways, before I digress. Something that's really cool about this book is they have a Thanksgiving menu section where they've got all sorts of different kinds of turkey, and they've got side dishes here. and stuffing, everything you would need for a traditional Thanksgiving dinner. They've got it in here in one section of the book. And then like steak, pork chop, roasts, and more, fish. Dinner at the diner was another interesting one that you don't really get in most other cookbooks. But it's all like comfort food, just kind of stuff that you would find in a Johnny Rockets or something like that. And then they have a pasta section and an Italian section. So it's really cool. Italian section, and then they have French. There's a wide variety of things to try. Tex-Mex, which I thought was interesting, like a Tex-Mex. That's very niche. But they've got it in here. And I'm actually using the Mexican rice recipe for my next video. So keep an eye out for that, and I'll be going over that. But they even have an Asian section. And I thought it was interesting that they have this Asian section in here, but they also have quite a few Asian recipes in their soup section. Like they have pho in here, and the different types of they have French soups in here, and all of these different soups that aren't in their like broken down sections. So I thought that was very interesting how they kind of put that together. But I loved it. It's very exciting to me to have such a fun, diverse book full of variety. I know my parents' generation grew up with the joy of cooking, and this cookbook blows joy of cooking out of the water, in my opinion. It is just a fun book. I mean, even if you wanted to use this as a coffee table book to just kind of peruse on your board or something in between shows, whatever, you could do that with this book. There's enough interesting information in here to keep you occupied for hours just browsing through. And like there's lots of full color pictures, there's lots of descriptions. I love that why this recipe works section on, not every recipe in here has it, but a lot of them do. And then just the explanations that they go through for you. Any America's Test Kitchen cookbook is going to be amazing. This one is the TV show cookbook, but it ranges from 2001 all the way to 2023. That's like this year, guys, at the time of this filming. So I love them. I can't rate them highly enough. But if you're looking for something that will help you add some spiciness to your menu planning, maybe add variety, this is a great book to consider purchasing, especially if you are used to maybe looking up recipes online, which a lot of us do nowadays. But this book is something that you can have in your hand. You can make copies and send to friends if you like. But I love the ethnic sections. I love that there's so much variety, and it really works for any level of cooking. I mean, that's what I said earlier, right? Like, if you're just now beginning, this has the explanations that you need and the like definitions of things and stuff like that. They go into all that. It's a really, really great cookbook, and I highly recommend. Okay, guys. If you have a favorite cookbook, I would love to hear from you in the comment section. And if you know anyone trying to learn how to cook, I'd appreciate a share for our channel here. All right. Another quick thing I wanted to mention about cookbooks, learning how to cook recipes and stuff. Make sure you read through the full recipe before you jump into making it. You want to read through as you're picking it to make sure that you think you're going to have enough time to make the recipe. You are going to check for specifics like your oven temperature if you're baking or roasting something, or make sure you have the correct pot, pan, whatever it's required. You want to make sure that you have your ingredients all available and handy. Make sure you double check what you need before going to the store. My daughter recently, I'm teaching her how to cook. She recently, she went over the recipe and she looked at the ingredient list, but she didn't remember to look to see how much she needed of each ingredient. And so it ended up having us kind of work around a little be a little flexible. I use a bunch of fresh tomatoes I was planning on using for something else instead of canned, but it worked. But it was just a good reminder to me to pass along to you guys. Make sure you're checking out the amounts you need before you go to the store so you can purchase the right amount and be really ready before you get into making the recipe. And read through the instructions. If it's your very first time making the recipe, I highly recommend reading through them twice before you start so that you have a good handle on what you're expecting to do in your mind before you start doing it. Hope y'all are having a great day. Bye.